The movie kicks off with a voiceover from a child. 2 years ago, at 2:17 a.m., 17 children from the small town of Mebrunk, Pennsylvania, ran out of their homes and vanished without a trace. The twist? These 17 missing kids were all from the same class at Mebrunk Elementary School. Out of 18 kids in the class, 17 disappeared, leaving just one, Alex. The following day, Justin Gandy, the class teacher, sitting alone in the classroom with only Alex. The parents of the missing children immediately turn their suspicion towards Justin, accusing her of teaching the kids something that led them to this bizarre behavior. Police investigations begin, with both Justin and Alex being interrogated, but neither of them knows anything about the event. All the police can confirm is that at precisely 2:17 a.m., these 17 children bolted out of their homes. Some homes had security alarms that went off at the same time, and a few houses had CCTV cameras that captured the children running, with their movements looking unusual, almost like a neutro run. And that's where the mystery begins. The movie shifts perspectives, offering us a glimpse into various characters' views. First up, we see things from Justin's perspective. Parents are relentlessly accusing her, and the school principal, Andrew Matthews, defends her, insisting that she had no role in the children's disappearance. However, one parent, Archer Graff, continues to target Justin, laying the entire blame on her. Later that night, Justin heads to the liquor store, where a man named James, a drug addict, asks her for money. Keep an eye on James. He'll be important later. Frightened by the angry parents, Justin returns home and notices a disturbing message painted on her car. She files a complaint with the police, where we meet Officer Paul, a familiar face. Justin's relationship with Paul seems casual. They greet each other like old friends. The next day, Justin attempts to talk to Alex, but Principal Marcus intervenes, forbidding it. Marcus explains that Alex has already been extensively questioned by the police. In fact, under the pressure of angry parents, Marcus urges Justin to take a few days off. Reluctantly, Justin agrees. But despite everything, Justin becomes more and more obsessed with Alex. One night, Justin follows him to his house, hoping to find some answers. She knocks on his door, but no one answers. Peering through a gap in the window, she sees something chilling. Alex's parents are sitting on the couch in a trance-like state, motionless. Freaked out, Justin immediately calls Principal Marcus, urging him to check on Alex. Later that night, Justin is parked outside Alex's house, keeping watch. She falls asleep in her car, and when she wakes up, she sees Alex's mother walking toward her, scissors in hand, moving eerily like a sleepwalker. She sneaks into Justin's car and cuts a few of her hairs. Terrified, Justin doesn't even realize what's happened until it's too late. The narrative then shifts to Archer Graff's perspective. Archer is the parent who blamed Justin at the meeting. His son Matthew was one of the missing children, and Archer has been obsessively watching the footage of his son running away in that same strange running style. Archer begins to draw lines on a town map, following the direction in which the children ran. He visits other families, looking for patterns, and discovers that the missing kids all seem to be heading toward a specific point on the map. One day, Archer spots Justin at a gas station. Enraged, he approaches her, but suddenly, we see Principal Marcus, running frantically, covered in blood, almost as if he's in a trance. He attacks Justin, and Archer tries to intervene, but Marcus seems to be under some sort of control, with only one goal in mind, to harm Justin. The tension escalates, and Justin barely escapes, running into a nearby store, with Archer fighting Marcus off as best as he can. We then move into the perspective of Officer Paul. While his wife is out of town, Paul visits the police station, where he crosses paths with Justin again. Later, Paul spots James attempting to break into a house. After a brief chase, Paul arrests him. But during the search, Paul gets pricked by a needle in James's pocket, likely a drug needle. In a moment of frustration, Paul punches James. This incident is caught on Paul's dash cam, and he realizes that if a higher-up sees the footage, he could lose his job. To cover up the assault, Paul lets James go with a warning. That same night, Justin and Paul meet at a bar. They both seem to be dealing with their own demons. The following morning, Paul returns home to find his wife Donna back earlier than expected. She immediately confronts him, suspecting he's had an affair with Justin. In a fit of rage, she attacks Justin in a store. Paul eventually reports the assault to his captain, who assures him that as long as James doesn't file a complaint, Paul won't face consequences. The tension heightens as James goes on the run, and Paul once again chases him down. This time, he finds James in the woods, where he's confronted by the same strange old woman who had haunted both Justin and Archer. After a tense confrontation, Paul finally arrests James again, but things are far from over. Next, the movie shifts to Alex's perspective. We learn that Alex's Aunt Gladys is staying with his family, claiming to be very sick. One day, Alex comes home to find his parents in a trance-like state, and that's when he realizes something is terribly wrong. Gladys, who had been acting strangely, reveals her true power. She's been feeding off his parents' life force to stay young and healthy, and Alex begins to realize that he's trapped. Gladys has taken control of his parents, and he's the only one left to protect them. But the truth is even darker. Gladys is using a supernatural ritual to keep herself young, feeding off the life force of those she controls. The movie comes full circle when Justin and Archer join forces to uncover the truth about the missing children. They make a terrifying discovery in Alex's house. The basement is filled with children in a trance, all under Gladys's control, and it's here that Alex takes the power back. In a climactic moment, he uses Gladys's own ritual against her, breaking her hold over everyone she's manipulated. In the final scenes, the children begin to recover. Alex's parents, however, remain in a catatonic state, unable to fully recover from the damage done by Gladys's manipulation. The film ends on a haunting note, with the lingering question, who or what was Gladys really?